So I've been able to apply a few products prior to this part of the video, and I apologize, I had to kind of cut things in half a little bit. But I have been able to apply Touch Mineral Loose Foundation. It's actually our Touch Loose Powder Foundation, and got a great coverage from it, plus a little bit of color, because I've gone one step a little deeper. I usually wear chiffon. I usually have been applying and been doing the tutorials on our Touch Liquid Foundation, but I thought I'd switch things up a little bit with my new favorite product, with this loose foundation option that just came out. So this just debuted with Younique on May 15th. So it's quickly become a favorite product of mine. Great coverage on its own. I really just am able to start with a clean face, moisturize, put my primer on, and then put this over as my foundation in a powder format. And as I was explaining to some other folks, this is really something that is unique for me, because I normally use liquid foundation, have been using liquid foundation for many years, and for me to feel comfortable and confident getting coverage from powder is kind of a big deal. So this is what it looks like applied. Got a little bit of color. Again, as I was saying, I went a little bit deeper. Normally wearing chiffon, this is satin. So I've got a little bit of color on my face here, perfect for summer, and great coverage with this loose powder foundation over the primer. So I thought I would go ahead and show you how to do this really fun eye look that I have already on one of my eyes. And this, of course, comes from our palette number 5. Palette number 5 right here. This is what it looks like. Tons of awesome colors. I think there's a lot of people out there that are interested in this palette. They think it's really cool, but maybe you're hesitant to try some of these bold colors out. But there's really a huge range of them, and they're all iridescent colors. So what's really cool about that is they look different in different kinds of lighting, and you can put them on in different levels. So that's really buildable. You can go really subtle, or you can go really bold with it. And there's tons of different looks, and this one's just one of the ones that I thought I would share today on the video. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. I also just wanted to give everyone a heads up that I went ahead and I did my brows. I used our brow liner to fill in my brows, and then when I'm done with everything, I'll probably go over with some gel, just in case I got some product on my brows that I don't want to have on there. I'll go over with some brow gel just to finish them up. I've already got concealer on as well. I have it in my under eyes, and I have it on my nose, and that is our Skin Perfecting Touch Concealer that I put on with my fingers, and just helps me just sort of calm down some of the bags I have under my eyes, some puffiness, some redness that I have on my nose. So that's where I apply the concealer. So I'm going to go ahead and start applying this eye color, and we'll see how this goes. But I thought I would share this look with everyone because it is a lot of fun, and I hope people will take the chance on trying out palette number 5 and just having these awesome colors available to play with. So I am going to get my brush damp. This is our deluxe brush, and I'm going to be applying to my lids first. And actually, before I forget, can't believe I almost forgot this, I want to make sure I have some eye primer on too, because I want to make sure my colors apply really evenly and that I get a great pop of color as well. So this is our eye primer right here. And it comes out sort of like a light tinted color, but you see, once you apply it, it really blends out and becomes transparent. So this really helps apply nice and smooth, and helps the color last, and helps the colors pop a lot more. So got that going really quick. That's really easy to do. All right, so back to our palette. I'm going to start off with this whiter color that you see right here. It's called Brilliant on the palette. And I'm going to start off with that on my damp brush. And I'm just going to be applying this to the inside lid area first. I'm really kind of trying to concentrate on that because you can see I've got like this two-toned thing going on over here. So that's what we're going to try to mimic first, and then we'll do some blending. All right, make sure I've got the right side of the brush going on here. Okay, so that's going to be the entire first half of the lid, that inside part, going up into the crease too. And I'm actually going to start taking this color up towards the brow, just in this area closest to the nose. And as the brush dries, it's actually a really good thing because I can sort of start blending this color out a little bit more, just making sure it's even across the lid. And it gives me the chance to sort of move this color a little bit better too, which is nice. So there's really kind of no need to go back and dampen the brush after you've done it initially. Okay, so at this point I'm going to switch over. I'm going to clean my brush, and I'm going to use this same brush to apply the second color, which I believe this color is called Victorious, and it's this sort of pinky, nice pink shade on the very end of the palette. And that's going to be with the damp brush again, so let me make sure I do that. And we're going to go to the other side of the lid so that we get this sort of two-toned effect. And you can see I'm just doing some kind of short movements first. So I want to make sure I have that color really kind of popping. Then I'm going to dry my brush a little bit. And then just smooth out this color the way that it's on here. And you can see that I'm starting to work through this sort of harsh line on the corner here, which is really inevitable when you're applying, but it's really about blending it out, just kind of working through it. All right, so you can see we've got a two-toned look there, and then working on our two-toned look over here. And I'm good to let my brush dry at this point to apply some additional color and just smooth this out. All right, so I'm going to start the blending process, and with that I'm going to switch over to my angled brush. That's going to be dry, and I'm going to use this color here called Vintage, and I'm going to use really small amounts at first and then build it up a little bit because I want to use this color really to blend first before I finish everything up. So I'm just tapping this brush into the Vintage color, and then I'm going to tap off the excess because again I just want to start with a very small amount first, and I'm starting in the middle of the brow bone area and working my way across. You could barely see this color, and that's fine because I'm using it to blend first. I am going to go back at least once, maybe twice more. And I'm starting to overlap it a little bit with some of this white that's on the brow bone, the inside of the brow bone, and blend, blend, blend. So you can see on this other side of the eye, I've got everything sort of blended outwards towards the edge of the face. I want to try to achieve the same thing on this side of the eye too. I'm going to get a little bit more of this Vintage color. Again, tapping that excess off. And just going over this again. Again, I start in the middle of the brow bone area and then work my way out. Little bit of overlap with the white that's on the brow bone too. I'm gonna keep going with that. I'm gonna do another layer, just building on this vintage color. Oh, we got plenty that time around, so I'm gonna take some of this excess off my brush and really just blend out with the color that I have on here now. So now you can really see that vintage color up on the brow bone, just like on the other eye. So I've got some room to add a little bit more of the pink, which is called Victorious. So I'm gonna go back. And this kind of look, because it's really defined, it's really like a two-tone on the lid, it's not that uncommon to go back and sort of reapply the two colors until you have them evenly placed. And then I can use my angled brush to keep blending this out. So I think we've pretty much achieved the same kind of look. It looks like I need a little bit more of the white on the inside, and I can do that with my angled brush as well. I just need to clean it off. And I'm gonna go back to this brilliant white color, just get a little bit on there and just start working on the inside here, just matching it up. And it's even gonna come down to the corner of the eye. And then you can spend some time blending that out a little bit, although it's pretty much already matching up to what we've got going on in this eye as well. I know I've got some shadows to work against here. Some lighting shadows. Not color shadows, lighting shadows. They're working against me. All right. I'm gonna clean that brush one more time and just make sure I blend these out. And I may go back in there with some concealer again. In fact, that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. So I'm pretty much done with the shadow look. I think we've matched those up pretty well. So I am gonna go back and apply a little bit more concealer to the under eye area. Just to get any extra color that may have fallen down into this area. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on and apply some liner. I thought I would keep it pretty simple and use our black liner, which we call Perfect Black. Got it right here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the side of my eye ever so slightly. This is gonna help me apply this line pretty evenly. And it's just gonna be a regular size line for eyeliner. Now there's going to be a little bit of a battle between the white shadow from palette 5 and your liner, so you just kind of have to work through it. You just want to make sure that you have a contrast there once your liner is applied. And then I always like to take it down to the bottom lash line as well. And of course, we've got to finish up with some 3D Fiber Lash Mascara. I've got that applied on this eye already, so I'm going to go ahead and match those two up, starting off with my transplanting gel. So, you know, the transplanting gel goes on first. It's the taller of the two products when you get the 3D Fiber Lash. And this gives a place for your fiber product to actually sit and adhere to, so you get that volume that you're looking for. Let that dry just a bit. Applying some lip color while we're waiting. So I'm going to use our lip bonbons. Love these. These are great nourishment for your lips. They come in an awesome metallic tin pot, and they come in all different colors. So this is the berry color. So I'm going to put that on and then some gloss over it. Love that. Feels so good. So that's lip bonbons. Several different colors and shades. You can even get the colorless one, which has this vanilla flavor to it. It's lots of fun, great nourishment for your lips. And apply some gloss too. This color happens to be Luxe. So it's a really nice soft nude in terms of our lip glosses. Of course, these are our lucrative lip glosses, and I love my little mirror for travel. Just right over the lip bonbon tint. Just for a little bit of shine. Very easy. And it kind of plays down the lips a little bit with this strong eye color that we've got going on. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my fibers from 3D Fiber Lash. It's the shorter of the two. I'm going to start off by rolling that fiber wand across the back of my hand, just packing those fibers in, and then I can go ahead and apply to the tips of my lashes. And then I can set that with my transplanting gel, and that's the last step. And this is your opportunity to do any separation that you think that you might need for your lashes. Of course, just sort of wiggling that wand a little bit as you're applying the transplanting gel as the last step is really ideal for doing that. So you can just kind of wiggle across and get some separation. And like I said, I wanted to finish off with some brow gel, just to finish off the brows. I already used my brow liner, but it's very possible that I got some of this strong eyeshadow powder onto the brows at some point. So this is going to help me just sort of even these back out, just make sure that they pop and the color's in place, that I don't have anything covering them up. And that is it. So the biggies for this tutorial were a couple of things. They were our Addiction Palette number 5, our Unicorn Palette, as it is known in Facebook land. Awesome, awesome colors. So you can see we did sort of a two-toned effect. The two main colors we have going on here are this Brilliant White, as well as this color called Victorious on the end. So that's the two-tone look we've got. And then we've blended it out with our vintage color, which is this middle color. And you can see I've used this one a lot because it can be played both really softly and subtly or really dramatically. And so in this case, I was able to use that color closer to my brow bone and really use it to blend out the look that we've got going on here. And of course, I am falling in love with our loose powder foundation, so I used that today. Got some nice sun-kissed color on my face as well as great coverage. We got summer heading our way, so I don't want to look too ghosty. But I hope that that was a helpful tutorial for everyone. Let me know what questions you have, how else I can help. Everyone have a wonderful, great day. Talk to you later. Bye.